Alrighty, today we are doing bottom five. So previously in the past, we've done top fives. We've done top five cafes, spots Sydney-siders might know, etc., etc. But that was a bit too wholesome. Do you know what I mean? Now we're going back to our roots. We're going toxic.
We're going back to yelling at the clouds type vibe.
Exactly. So we're going to be, doing bottom fives of things.
Let's go.
I'll start us off. So boys, these are my bottom five Australians. In fifth place, I have the guy that arrested the Democracy Manifest bloke.
The constable.
The cop. The dog himself. He literally did nothing wrong and he arrested him.
The judo master.
Yeah.
The guy that may or may not have touched his penis.
He fondled an Australian hero.
That's Australia's balls that he touched.
You are, bro? That's not on. That's not on.
It's just poor form.
Just following orders though.
He's just following orders, but I'm just saying, when you look at it, when you see a man pleading that he has done nothing wrong.
When you see him in the restaurant eating a meal,
it's just
a succulent Chinese meal.
Some might say, you don't arrest him. You don't, and it's not even like he did anything wrong. The whole story was that he was actually the wrong guy.
Mistaken identity.
He wasn't the guy that is dining and dashing. So, for that reason.
Even if you have to arrest him, don't touch him.
He sits at
Don't touch him there.
How is he meant to arrest him?
Don't touch him in the nether areas, mate.
That I agree with 100%. Number 4.
In number 4, I have Kyle Sandilands.
Oh, yeah.
So this guy, what can I say about our good friend Kyle?
Don't say good friend.
I don't want to associate with him.
He sits there on breakfast radio talking about midget orgies every week or every day, I should say.
Every morning.
At 7 a.m. Now, do you think that is breakfast chat?
No.
It is salacious. It is dirty. It is filthy radio. And on top of that, I don't even think he's a good bloke as well. Do you know what I mean? He's just like sensationalist, does all this nonsense.
Look, we don't know him, but we can only judge him on his radio stuff. And that's, horrendous what he's putting out on the airwaves.
He's made a career out of doing this. It's actually ridiculous.
He's made bank as well.
Weren't they getting investigated as well?
Were they?
Yeah,
so they were breaking the media guidelines of what they can and can't say?
Well, this is the problem. In Sydney, this guy's been running rampant deluxe. No issues whatsoever. Apart
Rated
from
number 1.
Rated number 1 and, very little investigations. He jumps onto Melbourne breakfast radio, like a couple months in. So many people have reported him to the media watchdogs that he's now basically under investigation for like inappropriate chat.
Good.
At certain times on radio.
About time.
So that's why he sits at number 4. All right, well then we'll move on to number 3. In the third spot, I have B2.
From Bananas in Pajamas, B2.
Now this guy is a little weasel. You know what I mean? His catchphrase is, "Are you thinking what I'm thinking, B1?" Right? He wants to take control. He's stealing B1's limelight. Everyone knows B1's the best.
It is his poor form.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, right, the relationship between him and the rat in the hat, I don't like it. There's just something off.
You reckon there's a bit of insider trading or something?
Yeah, no, the rat in the hat, mate. This guy, the rat in the hat is a little bit of a weasel, but B2 is just on his level.
But B2's meant to be, one of the duo. He's not meant to be the anti-hero.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he's B2 for a reason, not B1.
Who you got number 2?
Number 2, I have Ben Simmons when he refused to play for Australia.
No, I feel very hard done by Ben Simmons, all right?
Look, Ben Simmons is worse than Kyle Sanders.
Ben Simmons is Australian, right? Allegedly. He was asked, when he was good as well, by the way, he was asked, hey, can you come,
play in the
join
Olympics.
The boys, play in the Olympics, join Paddy and the lads. And what did he do? What did he do, Migs?
He said, I'm going to work in my shooting in the off season.
And for
What happened, brother? And before that, he's going to All-Star games wearing green and gold shoes. He's claiming to be Australian.
That's the thing. He's
doing
Australia.
4 and 20 ads.
Is he really?
Yes. And all of a sudden, he's not playing for the boys.
Australian when it's convenient to him.
And when the dollars go up, he's Australian.
And that is why he's worse than Kyle Sandilands and B2. In first position, the worst person in Australia. This is a bit of a serious one. This is Clive Palmer, right? This guy is like Jabba the Hutt, just like lounging around, causing mass chaos. He's literally, look, I'll be honest, he's like the worst person that's not in jail at the moment, I would say.
How have you got a list with Clive Palmer, B2 and Ben Simmons and Kyle Sandilands is number 4?
Yeah, let's not forget the cop that, disrespected the Democracy Manifest guy.
Kyle is. Jabba the Hutt is a perfect description. This guy has too much money. More money than sense is what I say about him.
Spunks it all on those yellow ads all across.
Have you seen the new ones? The Trumpet Brigade or whatever, the Pioneer Trumpets or
I
something?
think I've seen those around, yeah.
He's back, bro. I hate him.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. They renamed the United Palmer Party or whatever, had to rebrand, and now they're called the Trumpets for Pioneers or some shit.
Either way, number
Worst
one.
Australian. All right. These are the worst 5 products to ever exist. All right.
Ever exist.
Ever. Definitively ever exist. In number 5, I have the Bic for Her. So you know Bic, the pen?
Yeah.
So Bic came out with a pen called Bic for Her. It's a pen that's pink and costs more money.
Marketing genius.
Seriously?
Yes.
Did people buy it?
Got discontinued, brother.
Wait, the same pen.
The
like
same exact
Bic
pen. They've, made the plastic pink and put more money on it.
Oh, the plastic was pink. Dude, I might buy that.
But it's not for you, mate. It's for her.
And how much extra was it? Do you know?
I'm not too sure on that.
Like
but
$1 extra. That's
discontinued.
outrageous.
All right. In at number 4, I have Trump Steaks. So in 2007, Donald himself came out trying to create a revolutionary brand of premium steaks. Bro, it lasted 2 months.
What was wrong with them?
They weren't premium.
That's the thing, dude.
They were normal steaks with Trump's head on it.
Or like burnt into the
No,
steak.
no, on the packaging.
Just on the packaging.
The meat had nothing to do with
Look,
Trump.
this is what I don't understand with like this sort of stuff. They're just getting it from cows. How can they be premium?
Like Wagyu, I guess, is premium.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying like if they're just getting regular like cows designed for steaks.
Yeah.
How can it be worse than the other ones? They're all the same.
That's why no one bought it. Everyone asked these questions, mate.
Well, you're probably paying a premium as well.
for not premium steaks. That's the
Donnie,
thing.
man, he's a man of many talents.
And this
What
is
business hasn't he done?
This is pre-politics, so you don't have a affiliation with him. He's just some businessman that has steaks.
I actually want to read The Art of the Deal. Apparently, it's a great read.
Is it?
Yeah. There's one entire chapter about how he's a genius for opening a casino in Atlantic City,
Oh, bravo.
which is the second biggest casino city after Las Vegas.
Sounds like about to get indoctrinated.
And then it shortly went bankrupt after.
Yeah, dude. Casinos are legitimately just money printing businesses. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand how the Star's
How do
gone
you
bankrupt.
bankrupt a...
You know what I mean? Like you'll literally have the edge. Statistically, you can't lose, which means they must be just frivolously spending
No,
enough.
but
Greed,
Star got in
probably.
trouble for getting caught in money laundering. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, that's number one. I'm sure Donnie had the same thing. But like this steak thing is like another rug pull. It just feels like this guy's, it's like crypto before it was crypto, man. Like getting unpremium steaks and selling them as premium.
Well, that's Trumpy. All right, and number 3, I have the Samsung Galaxy Note 7.
What's wrong with that?
Is that the one that exploded?
This is the one that exploded in your pockets.
Yeah.
All right, you didn't need to do anything, and all of a sudden the battery just overheats and explodes on you.
Yeah, that might be honestly the worst flaw that you could possibly have because you're just holding it all times.
Yeah, it's not like you're using it to its maximum capacity or whatever. It's literally day-to-day use.
Yeah.
It might just explode on you.
Imagine you're taking a phone call and then suddenly you got no ears. It's like you've taken like 2 tours in Afghanistan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so they sold a lot of these, but they had to recall all of them because it's just dangerous to society.
Yeah, right.
All right, in at number 2, I have the Microsoft Zune.
The what?
Exactly. So back in the day, back in like the 2000s, Microsoft tried to create an iPod competitor.
Oh,
So they came out with a hardware called the Zune. No one bought it.
the Zune.
They invested so much money into it, no one bought it, and it got discontinued after like 1 or 2 iterations. So given the fact that there was a lot of money in this music player industry, and they did so poorly that no one wanted to buy it, that's why it's in at number 2 for me.
No, shoot a shoot. You know, I mean, you got to test the water, see what happens. But I'm actually surprised. It must have been a terrible product.
And big Microsoft, well, they have the resources to do R&D and figure out all these things, and they just didn't do
they're
it.
software guys. They're not hardware guys.
No, what are you
Apart from
talking
the
about?
Xbox.
Xbox, mate.
Apart from the Xbox. And I guess Sony had the Walkman. It was a saturated market back then.
There's a lot of tech fails. Have you seen like the Humane AI pin? Have you seen that fail? All these there's lots of AI technology, like products, hardware, physical products that are coming out, which are just like integrating AI stuff. People are just figuring out that it's all a scam and the products are basically useless. But unfortunately, Microsoft, dude, a swing and a miss.
All right. The worst product of all time, staying on brand with Microsoft, is that paperclip on Microsoft Office.
Clippy?
What did Clippy do for you?
Sorry.
You've missed
sorry.
it. L-take.
What did Clippy do? You tell me what value Clippy added to your life.
Clippy was your introduction into Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
It would give you like the tutorials. It it would basically be the shoulder that, it'd just be watching over you.
I
as you had a
exited that
dox.
guy and shoved him off my screen straight away, mate. He did nothing for me.
No, dude. Was Clippy AI or like the first form of AI?
No, nowhere near, bro. It was just like an animated character. That
Still.
it was fine, but it was a good product.
It was very good.
I'm putting number one, boys.
So you're saying
Nah.
Microsoft have had two L's, all right?
Yes.
The Zune, whatever. I haven't heard of it. Obviously, apparently no one has. Clippy.
Nah, Clippy for me.
You've lost me here. I was with you until Clippy, and then you've lost me here.
Well, the people out there will back me. Clippy number one.
All right, these are the worst 5 Maccas in Sydney. At number 5, Engadine.
Infamous.
Do I need to say any more? In 1997, a certain Mr. Morrison went to Engadine Macca's and did nefarious things in the bathroom. There's actually a plaque there now that commemorates it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that iconic.
That iconic.
Does he still deny it to this day? Or has he embraced the fact that he's shitting in
You
the-
reckon he
in the
went at them
Macca's?
like, yes, I shat myself at Engadine Macca's.
I would like a politician to take accountability and responsibility over his past actions.
Imagine that. You're just trying to run for politics and someone just come up with this baseless rumor that you shat yourself at Engadine Macca's. And you can't, whatever you do, you can't say anything about it.
Yeah, you can't
No one's
unshake
ever
it.
going to believe you.
So how did this rumor swirl about anyway?
I think someone just made it up on the internet. I think it was maybe Reddit or somewhere. Someone just made it up.
So it's actually not true.
Allegedly.
Okay, because like I was under the
thought it was
assumption
true.
that it was
Nah,
just a
nah.
fact.
Well, I think it's more untrue than it is true.
Right. That's pretty funny.
And it's just, yeah.
just like defamation for fun.
Basically, defecation and defamation. All right, at number 4, I have the Auburn Macca's on Para Road. This one is just a cesspool. If you've ever been in the drive-thru there, you're going to be in the drive-thru for like half an hour. Miguel, I don't know if you remember, once we went to was it me and you? We went to the Auburn Macca's and suddenly these guys wearing masks came in.
That wasn't me.
Dude, I was there once at Auburn Macca's and suddenly like a group of 5 men coming in like with wearing balaclavas walked in. Terrifying stuff. I've never been so engrossed in my Big Mac before. I never
To
looked
do
up.
nefarious things or to order a Big Mac?
Well, they ordered food, but
It was just cold. It was just
I think it was a nice warm summer's
it
evening.
was a cold June evening potentially.
Nah, sus place.
Scary place to be. I'll tell you that much for free.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Late at night, you
Auburn
never know.
Macca's?
Yes.
They're a way scarier place. to
There
be.
are worse scares, but I
But
had
as a Macca's,
Yeah.
it is a scary Macca's.
All right. Let's hear the top 3. It's in number 4.
Number 3, the Wynyard Station Macca's. This one on a night out is horrible, dude.
This is the one in the station
Yep.
on the walkway to like Met Center type vibe. Okay.
One time I was there, I saw this, I think it was, she must have been intoxicated, but this girl was getting really, really angry about not getting her drink in time. They finally gave her a Coke. She looked at it and just pegged it back into the store at the poor people.
Lobbed a grenade in.
I'm like,
Why?
you were so angry about waiting for it. You second you got it, you just threw it back at them. Dude, yeah.
I don't
Horrible.
even count that as a Macca's, to be honest.
You don't count it?
Yeah, because it's not a, you can't really sit down, can you? It's a takeaway.
No,
joint.
it's a take.
People sit down.
People sit down.
on the floor.
On the floor.
On the wet, the cold, hard floor of Wynyard, they sit down and it's a cesspool.
That's not great.
Horrible place to work.
All right. Number 2, I've got the one at Parramatta on Church Street and Victoria Street.
Nah, I don't like this list. I love that Macca's.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This is
why?
the one near Combank Stadium when you're walking
yeah.
towards Parramatta again.
Why is it bottom 2?
Remember once when we went before, I think it was before what was the festival we went to?
FOMO.
And there was a guy who shat on the floor there.
I don't remember
There was
this.
like a homeless guy who shat on the floor
Someone
in the
shat on the
Para.
floor?
Or maybe not, but like stank it up.
What I will say to that point though, I've never walked in that Macca's and it hasn't smelled like complete ass. It always smells.
Look, maybe I'm thinking
And they
because
don't maintain it. The workers don't maintain the tables. So it's always like rubbish everywhere.
it's basically
What are your memories?
my memories are it's the only place to park for free when you're
Okay, that's not
looking
even the
in and
Macca's.
around.
That's just the
Car
premises.
park.
Yeah. I mean, the actual Macca's itself is disgusting.
I actually I don't think I've ever had it.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been inside.
Nah, it's a chat.
Well, we have, bro.
When?
FOMO, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember that years ago.
Yeah, scarred me. All right, and number 1 obviously has to be George Street in front of Event Cinemas.
Yeah,
Saying that's the worst Macca's in Sydney.
The worst Macca's in Sydney, comfortably. Do you disagree?
No, I agree. I got pepper sprayed outside that Macca's, so I can't
You
lie.
got pepper straight, you got oosed by
I got us by your missus there.
Yeah, it's just bad memories.
me. I've walked on the Steve floors a million times. I've got no real stories, but it's just
every Friday and Saturday night, it's just always packed. You can't sit. There's a lot of just drunken, disorderly people. There's one security guard, and I'm like, brother, you're not doing anything really.
And you can't even use the toilets there. That's my biggest gripe here.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
You can't use the toilets.
They're locked. They're always locked.
You're not allowed to use the toilets. It's like
I feel like during the day you need a key, and then at night they just no one can use it.
So it's a lockout.
Worst one in Sydney.
All right, my next topic is the worst 5 TV shows. So at number 5, this is a hot take here. I've got Prison Break. So Prison Break seasons 1 and 2 may be the best TV of all time. But then you ask, how many times can this guy go to jail? 3, 4, and 5 are potentially the worst things I've ever witnessed. And I only got through it because because of the memories of season 1 and 2. I thought maybe it could come back. Thoughts?
I have never watched it. Is the premise he has been to prison multiple times and he's broken out multiple times?
I've only seen season 1 because that's where everyone says stop watching after season 1.
Season
and that was
2's
delightful.
okay. Season 2 is okay. Season 3, he gets put into a prison in like Panama and now he's got to escape. Season 4, he's got like some vendetta. And then season 5, it's like, I don't know if season 5 even counts as Prison Break. It's like the return season. But regardless, don't even bother with it.
This sounds like a show that should have been 1 or 2 seasons.
1 season, call it a day. It would have been peak and then it just went super downhill.
Number 4.
Number 4, I've got the show Manifest. So that is the show where basically the plane disappears and it comes back and it's 5 years later. So it's like a time traveling thing, right? The premise is honestly unbelievable. It should have been a great show. It had all the, it is, you know,
Is
it
it
could have
based
been
on a true story?
no,
MH370?
No. I think it tried to be like Lost, but the characters are so unlikable and so bland. It is just one of the worst shows I've ever watched. Please.
Number 3, bro.
All right, number 3, I've got Riverdale.
Oh, yeah.
So Riverdale takes inspiration from the Archie books. Have you guys seen Riverdale?
I've only seen clips on TikTok.
Is this like a high school show or something?
Yeah.
So Archie comics, I loved. All right. But then it's like that, man. It's like, look what they did to my boy. You know, they ruined the show. Basically, the kids on that show are just like I don't know even how to describe it. I went through that season of Riverdale, the first one, and I just thought it's absolute drivel. It is absolute drivel, is what it is.
Unfortunate, some might say.
Unfortunate drivel.
I can't tell if the acting is bad or the writing's bad, but I've seen some clips where the guy's talking about the highs and lows of high school football or whatever.
Yeah. And actually, you know what? To be fair, season 1 was okay.
Okay.
It's just after that,
Right.
it really just dropped
gave
off a
up on
cliff. In number 2, I have The Big Bang Theory.
That's a hot take.
It's a hot take.
I feel like this is very divisive.
I think The Big Bang Theory fundamentally has all, you know, it could be a good show, but the laugh track, I can't get over it. Because it goes every 5 seconds. It's like someone says any line and then you have the canned laughter. And also the jokes are like supposed to be smart, but it's not really. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
They're like trying to be clever, but it's like, it just appeals to the lowest common denominator.
Gotcha.
And people like the show because it makes them feel intelligent because they get these like year 3 science jokes that these guys make.
Hot take. I would agree, maybe overrated and not as good as people say, but second worst show is doing it an injustice, I feel.
In number 1, I've got the show Two Broke Girls.
Have you watched this show?
I've watched a handful of episodes
By choice?
by choice, and because it was on TV, right? So I used to watch it.
Must be good.
And basically, what's happened with this show is it's the same premise. It's all smutty. It's like what we did at Critical Banter Gaming. Would you rather's? All they did is talk about sex. And basically, these 2 girls, it's the same plot line every single episode. You can copy and paste it. There's no character development. Kush will back me up on this. It is the worst show.
All right, I've got my second one, and these are the worst 5 food chains in Sydney. All right. In a 5th, I have Muffin Break. Okay? I don't know why this place still exists, but yes, I saw one open up recently.
Open up.
And the clientele is not under 60 years old.
Yeah, I mean, pensioners is...
Have you ever had a break at Muffin? Have you ever had a muffin break?
I did about 8 years ago.
Yeah. It was in vogue at one point, I will say.
There was one in front of the Vodafone that I used to work at in Hornsby.
That's exactly where I had it as well.
They used to give us free stuff at the end of every day. So I had a soft spot for them.
Because it's free.
It was free.
But would you go out of your way and pay a dime for a muffin?
No, back in the day, I think Muffin Break is fine. No issues with the Muffin Break.
Yeah, well, today's 2025, man. Now I'm saying
Yeah, there's other options.
one of the worst. In at number 4, I have Cranides. This alleged money laundering location.
I was going to say, no, isn't it not a legend? I swear they got in trouble for, was it underpaying their staff, not paying their staff?
Well, I'm not
money
putting
laundering?
anything out there for the Cranides overlords to pin on me, but just food quality wise, not good. And yet it's so popular once again.
It's so expensive as well, isn't it?
I thought the food was good, but it was overpriced. That was my gripe with it.
My gripe is the stupid happy birthday thing they do where they come out with the
Congo drums or something, the bongos or something, man. It's not good. For me, objectively, not good. And it's like the go-to place for a family to go for a nice meal out type vibe.
Agree.
A million better places.
I'll stand with Cranides though. Like, have you had the sauce on the top of the Cranides pizzas is quite good.
No, I've actually never been.
To Cranides?
Yeah.
Never had a Cranides pizza.
Isn't it just like frozen food reheated type vibe?
Oh, like Rashes. Rashes better be on this list.
Honorable mention is Rashes.
Oh, dude.
Microwave food, reheated food.
What's his name? Rummy, whatever his name is.
Are we beefing Big Rummy?
Nah, that guy actually takes it too seriously. I can't be bothered.
All right, so that may or may not include it. In at number 3, I have a very niche one. I have O Chicken. So it's like a Korean fried chicken place in the food court. I have only seen these open up and close down within months.
I don't even know what this is.
I've never heard
It's
of
like
O
takeaway
Chicken.
fried chicken. Exactly. That's my point. But it's in a lot of food courts. You just have never considered getting it.
Where's our nearest one?
For example, there was one in Macquarie. It was open for a couple months and is gone now. Papa Flock is now there.
Isn't there is there an O Chicken in the MLC Center? No. Yeah, MLC Center. I think there is.
Maybe, but it's just the lowest form of Korean fried chicken. And the only time I've ever gotten it is because at the end of the day, they have these big, like Chinese places do $5 boxes. They have these big boxes of just chicken for like $5 as well.
Any good though?
Because no one's buying during that. It's like okay, but like the price point of it when it's not on special is just poor.
You know,
And it's like the quality is honestly really low in terms of Korean fried chicken.
when Migs is talking about food places and we haven't tried it, I feel like that podcast MD Foodie Boys. It's just like we're just sitting here like.
You want to talk about cafeteria lunches?
no, it's just like
Can we get some nicknames? Can people give us nicknames?
Chop
Nonchalant.
You'll know
Chop.
you'll know the top 2. All right. In at second, I have Coffee Club.
Yeah.
Do they exist still?
Agreed.
There's so many coffee clubs.
Where?
There's one in Macquarie. There's one in Rouse Hill. I'm really doxing the places I visit, but
That's fine. Yeah,
There-
Coffee Club
Okay,
is...
yeah, the Rouse Hill one. Where's the Macquarie one?
it's in the food court next to Char Time.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, you're right.
Opposite
Yeah, but they're always empty whenever I walk
No,
by.
cuz they're not empty.
Really?
Again, it's the place where like mums with babies go to have brunch.
I think it's older, man. It's like grandmas.
No,
with
there's
their
that
grandkids.
coming with their grandmas.
Dude, it is. These are just old people places.
And
is what you're naming.
I've seen a bus ad for Coffee Club matcha.
Surely we try it.
So they're not even they're not even trying to target the older demographic. They're trying to hit us.
The problem I have with Coffee Club is that the cafe scene, we've talked about it in Sydney, is unbelievable. But why would you go to the Coffee Club? Like the reason why Starbucks hasn't taken off really in Australia is because the coffee's good here. Like Coffee Club, I remember when they used to kind of also be big and they would have heaps of ads on TV. And I remember thinking, oh, like this might be a nice place to go. But the food is bad. The coffee is bad. There is no redeeming quality.
No, it's because back 20 years ago, they were the biggest one. And those people are still loyal to it. Like those pensions. Why the Daily Telegraph still exists. Why Sky News is watched by so many people. They're not aimed at us.
So
At least the others are not aimed
So
at
Coffee
us.
Club will basically go bankrupt
Yeah.
when
they
the
all die.
clientele die.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
It's the News Corp of cafes.
All right. And the worst food chain I have is Red Rooster.
Nah, again, why have you done that?
Nah, I'm
then?
putting
I
it
was
there.
with you until both times, man.
What? I've been once in recent years. It was so bad.
You can't hand on heart say that Muffin Break and Coffee Club are better than
I can.
you can't.
I can
Sorry.
because
Have you had Red Rooster when it's like the rebrand of Red Rooster?
yes,
Or
I
are you talking
have.
Red Rooster when it's
There's
dished
one
in roast chook?
nearby, bro. I've had it. It's mid. The fried chicken's not as good as everyone claims it is.
The hot honey fried chicken at Red Rooster is actually decent.
Decent.
Decent. Yeah, it's decent. I said Coffee House is you know, in the sewer.
Nah, dude. I'm saying Red Rooster's on top
I
of
don't
all of
think
these.
Red Rooster's that good, but you're mad to say the Coffee Club and Muffin Break are not as bad.
The reason why I throw it up there is they're also empty. So there's no redeeming customers that think it's good. You, my friend, are going out for chicken. Fried chicken, you're not going Red Rooster. Roast chook, you're not going Red Rooster. All right? At least old people, if they're going for a coffee, they're going to choose Coffee Club because that's their favorite. No one out there is going to tell me they've chosen Red Rooster Besides the fact of let me try Red Rooster. I haven't had that in a while. That's the only reason you're going Red Rooster.
I see your logic there.
Because at least some people out there will say, I can back a coffee club. I can back a muffin break.
No.
You're out here saying, it's not bad.
As in it's not my number one pick. I'm not going to say it is, but I'm saying if it's in the area and there's like, a Red Rooster and like a Subway, and I had Subway yesterday, yeah, I'll go to the Red Rooster. I'll enjoy the Red Rooster.
That's so contextual. You had a Subway yesterday.
No.
I'm going to have a Subway again, brother.
Dude, muffin break, the food. Okay, I'm just talking about food quality. It's not as bad as everyone says. The worst food chain.
It is because no one has it as their favorite.
I don't think anyone's favorite muffin place is muffin break.
How many favorite muffin places do you have?
I can go to the retirement home down the road, survey them, and a lot of people will say muffin break. I will not be able to find a single demographic that is telling me Red Rooster is their favorite chicken place.
Easily.
Which demographic?
People probably in the West would probably say that they would love like Red Rooster is their number one.
I don't think so.
I don't know. We'll do some surveys maybe.
Red Rooster for me, worst food chain in Sydney.
All right, I've got the top 5 people I don't trust. At number 5, I have Elizabeth Holmes. Massive fraud. Claimed that Theranos could, detect if you had diabetes in 2 minutes or whatever. Defrauded investors, investigators, and just look at her eyes, dude. She's got the Murali eyes. She's got the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
100% don't trust her. At number 4, I have Peter Pettigrew.
Okay.
Mate, he sold out his best friends. For what? The little rat?
He was living with Ron, happy days, no issues whatsoever. Scabbers.
Did no one ever question this dirty little bastard was sleeping with a 12-year-old boy for years?
Whoa.
Yeah, people just, number one.
Someone should have asked the questions. Someone should
have been asking those questions. Come on.
Untrustworthy, I agree.
And number 3, I have Randall Weems from Recess.
I didn't know his last name was Weems.
This guy's just a little snitch, man. He's a little narc, dude.
He's the biggest narc.
Dude, just look at him, man. He's just got such a punchable face, always just ratting out the gang.
Nah,
no redeeming qualities about this guy. He's got a little hunchback and he's got a overbite. There's no...
The thing is, the hunchback and his neck sticks out a little bit and his face shape, all those things, you just want to wring his neck.
Little bastard. At number 2, I have Grant Denyer.
No, Grant. What's Grant done?
I don't know, man. He's just
the little midget himself.
The little midget, man. There's something about him. There's something off, don't you reckon? He's too clean.
Nah, dude. I think Grant Denyer's a nice
So you're saying
fellow.
he's too good that something must be wrong?
Yeah, dude. He's got to have demons or some skeletons. Well, he had that controversy a few years ago where he stole Matty John's joke and he told so he went on the Triple M breakfast. Matty Johns told him a funny story. An hour later, he was then a guest on Kiss FM with our friend Carl Sandlands, where he literally retold that same story and said it was his own story.
That's untrustworthy, bro. To me, that's...
Well, that's Everyone
it's one of those
mistakes.
you think you can get away with. That's untrustworthy to me.
How could you think you get away with that, though?
He didn't. He got banned from both stations after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Grant Denyer is pretty
He just
polished.
seems schemy, dude. I don't know, man.
Too polished,
Yeah,
I think.
polished, man. I reckon he's just wheeling and dealing in the background.
I don't know. His work on Family Feud's pretty good, to be fair.
Does he still do that?
I don't know. What else did he do? Deal or no deal? Did he do that?
And he was the weatherman on Channel 7 for years.
Yeah, that was his OG role. But now he's big into the media.
He's got his fingers in many different pots there. And number 1, the GOAT, Judas. How can you trust this man? He sent a Messiah out to die.
Yeah, you betrayed, God himself.
If he's going to betray him, I don't trust him at all, mate. He would happily send me to the Romans.
All for what, bro?
Yeah, what did he?
12 shekels.
Is that what he got?
Silver, not even gold.
What's that in AUD? What's that adjusted for inflation?
I couldn't
Can
tell
you get
you
a house
the
with 12 shekels? Probably not.
Maybe at most 10 grand AUD.
I think 12 shekels may be a fair bit of chunk. You got to be, if you're betraying the Messiah, it's got to be a fair chunk of
Fine,
change.
even if it's $100,000 to send the Messiah off to die.
And what I know of Judas, I reckon he's doing that even without the money, bro. He's got a personal thing that he wants to betray Big JC with.
for free.
Yeah, I think he'd do it for free, man. That's the character Judas is.
You reckon? Yeah.
Look, that list is decent. I'm with you up until Grant Denyer. I feel like, poor Grant just copping strays.
But Judas, number 1?
Yeah, obviously Judas
You had
number
to,
1.
man.